and we're also going to see this huge helium balloon in front of us. And you can see these Tibetan pipes that are being blown at the moment. You've got the conch shells, which are used in Hindu traditional festivals and prayers.
Well, now the crowd, finally coming alive, and they're in for a real show here. Sit back and enjoy.
The swaying of the bean players, the bean, which is a wind instrument strongly associated with the snake charmers. And there we have a magnificent view of what some would say is the star of the show. Tinko's already mentioned it, this giant helium balloon, an aerostat as it's called.
Being charmed up.
It's the biggest helium balloon in the world. It's rising gradually to a height of about 25 meters. And it acts as a kind of giant projector screen. It really does play a very important part in the ceremony. It's absolutely spectacular, a very clever concept.
It cost a lot of money as well, Hugh. Thousands of dollars worth of helium balloon. Thousands of dollars worth of helium balloon there. Now we're seeing the rising of Rajasthani puppets. This is the northern state of Rajasthan. It's a desert state, and these are synonymous from that state.
The Nehru Stadium here in Delhi ablaze with light. There'll be some spectacular displays of fireworks during the evening. The fireworks and the drums, a little reminder maybe of what we saw in Beijing in 2008. Though far fewer drummers here, several hundred of them, but in Beijing, of course, there were thousands of drummers to beat that initial countdown. Here in Delhi, we have drummers of all kinds from all regions of the country.
Yes, Hugh, we do. We have drums from the northeast, from Nagaland. We have drums from Rajasthan. We do. It just sort of goes. It's an example of the diversity of this country, the different cultures, the food, the languages that India represents, and the traditions as well.
There might not be as many of them, Hugh, but they're making enough noise, that's for sure. It really is resonating through the stadium, isn't it?
Well, they're very big as well. mentioned, Hugh, here that these drummers who are coming out are all from indigenous peoples in this country. So they've been brought in from, these are tribal peoples of India.
The organisers telling us that there will be some 9,000 people taking part in this opening ceremony. And there you see some emerging from under the central stage. They've built a special tunnel under the stage to the outer rim of the arena here. That's where hundreds and thousands of these performers will emerge.
When you're designing new stadia now, Hugh, you have to always think, is this place going to be used for a big opening ceremony, a major games, of course, same for 2012. And when you said this underwent its reconstruction pretty much from when it was built in 1982, they have to think about this evening and, of course, the closing ceremony.
Now, as the massive drummer sways and performs, just look there centre stage, because we're going to get a glimpse of one of the stars of the show, a little 7-year-old boy called Keshav, and he will perform his own solo on the drums in tandem with all the others.
Child prodigy as well. Apparently he was playing the tablas from the age of 2.
There he is, tiny little figure. There's 2 little drums.
You can barely see him. There he is. Not overwhelmed by the situation at all.
He might be 7, but he knows how to perform, doesn't he? When he saw the cameras were on him, he lit up.
As little Keshav leads the drum beat, you get a real sense, Tinku, of the extraordinary diversity, the richness of culture that makes up India's strong national identity.
Yes,
That
definitely.
identity of being Indian is strong and uncompromising and clear, but it encompasses an extraordinary range.
Yes, Hugh, and you can see it if you just look at the faces of the people down there on the stage and who are playing the drums, the features, the drums that they're playing, the costumes that they're wearing, and everything. India is so diverse and rich, and it's all reflected here.
There you get a real sense of the purpose of the balloon. All the images being projected, matching and complementing the display. A terrific start here at the Nehru Stadium in Delhi, the opening ceremony of the Commonwealth Games.